See what is. So we'll get more questions equal of those. So whoops it.
Hello, Nancy. Can you hear us?
Oh, that is.
Good. Good to go?
Yeah. Oh.
I can hear you now.
We would ask anybody who's speaking to speak loud because people are on many great. All right, folks, we'll call this meeting to order. This is the Board of Directors meeting number 132 for January the 28th, 2026. I'm the chair of the meeting and my name is Steve Tessier. We will call this meeting to order at 7 o'clock, 7:01. So I would like to take an opportunity to welcome all the returning board members, as well as the newly appointed and elected board members. So we have about half of a new board here. So congratulations to you all. If you, as we go around, I'll just mention your names. You just put up your hand so that we can introduce ourselves. Councillor Jennifer Anderson from Town of Logie Bay, Middle Cove, Outer Cove. Welcome to the board.
Thank you.
And she's our rep for the metro area. Committee Chair Nancy Brace from the LSD of Greens Harbor on the screen, and she will be representing Trinity Bay South and the Isthmus East area. Mayor Walter Keating from the town of Long Harbor, Mount Arlington Heights, who was elected to represent the Southwest Avalon area. Welcome aboard. Mayor Sam Slade, who is not with us tonight, but Sam will be representing the town of Carbonear and will be elected to represent Trinity Conception North area. Councillor Glenn Crew from the town of Paradise. Yep. And he's representing town of Paradise. And councillors Kate Cadigan, Donnie Earl, Lynn Hammond, and Peter Rawl were all appointed by the city of St. John's. So welcome aboard for all you guys. You represent the city of St. John's. So on behalf of the entire organization, we are delighted to have you on board and looking forward to working with you over the next 4 years. Hopefully you'll find it fulfilling and interesting, because I know all of us who've been around for a bit do. So it's some interesting things and get to meet lots of interesting people. So congratulations and welcome aboard. Let me see, let's go into the adoption of the agenda. Oh, hang on, we're gonna let Holly join in here, no?
Well, you were.
Holly is our board clerk, and Holly is way on professional development, but like all good people, she's joining us on a.
Oh, I don't know the time, like, who is it?
Somebody is.
Yeah.
I'm not praising her up, but she knows the writer. Oh,
Love that.
Sorry, Gerard. I don't know yours yet.
I know.
Gerard Tilley is the representative from the town of Conception Bay South and holds the world record for the longest councillor in the town of Conception Bay South as of this year. Congratulations. And I only say that because he tells me every time he sees me. I know.
I got enough for pension now.
That's right, yeah, you wish. So first up is the adoption of the agenda. So move, second by Rod. All those in favor? Contrary carried. So fine, if I move too fast, tell me to slow down. I move these meetings pretty quick, some of them, because a lot of it's just. What do you call that stuff? Procedure. Once we get into the committee stuff, we'll be having a lot longer conversations. Review of the minutes from previous meetings of August the 27th and September the 23rd of 2025 are tabled for your review and approval. And if there are any errors or omissions, please say so. And hearing none, be it so resolved that the minutes from August 27th, 2025 and September 23rd, 2025 be adopted as tabled. So moved. Second by Jill. All those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary? Carried. Committee reports. No standing committee meetings were held in January. Regular meetings will begin in February. And as of earlier tonight, we've appointed the committees. So again, congratulations. Welcome to the committees. That's where all the hard work gets done. So, and all the fun stuff happens. Finance and audit, there was only a couple of, these are just more for, procedural.
There's a motion.
There was a motion
Yeah,
on this page, yeah.
yeah.
My printer is different than your printer. This is board expenditures for the months of August, September, October, November, and December of 2025. Again, this is unusual because we haven't had meetings because of the elections and then the election for the board. So normally this happens, you would have minutes and each chair would then read out their motion. So be resolved that the board adopts the expenditures for the months of August, September, October, November, and December 2025 as tabled. So moved, second by Ron Ellsworth. Go ahead. Any questions?
So it's one quick one.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So I would look at, there's no anomalies in any of the expenditures, right? There's nothing,
It's just,
standard regular.
yeah, especially where we didn't have much on the go. So
No, oh, yeah, thank you.
Mr. Spreeger? Mr. Spreeger? Any other questions?
It's Holly.
No, admit Holly. Now I can say the singer praises of Holly. As soon as Craig figures out how to work that finger thing. I'm just waiting for her to come in there. Oh, Holly. Are you in a horse and buggy?
Sitting in a room.
Hello. Yes, I'm in an Uber now on my way to the facility.
I hope you signed a non-disclosure clause.
You're in my earbuds. All good.
Okay, thank you for joining.
No problem.
Strategy and policy or incorporated time. Okay, we'll do that. Strategy and policy committee. There was no meeting held in January. The first one will be in February. The governance committee will be in February as well. We do have some new business on the table, and this is a proposal from the town of Wabana for a conditional 12-month pilot project to assume full operational responsibility for the Belle Island Waste Facility. It was in your package. Then I don't know if you want to say a few words on this and put you on the spot, but it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, the town of Wabana has had some issues with how we operate the facility and would like to, I guess, have longer hours of operation. And they're willing to take the responsibility for the facility, including full financial responsibility on themselves. And they've, of course, they approached us several years ago. We informed them then that that's not the board's decision. The facility actually belongs to the province and they give us a certificate of approval to operate it. We met with the minister in December about the facility because they'd gone to the new minister with their concerns. On January the 20th, the minister and the board and the town of Wabana sat down in a meeting and they tabled a proposal as to take over the facility, and they've asked the province to give them permission to operate the facility for 1 year as a pilot project. And if they're successful, then they would like to assume responsibility for the facility long term. As a board, or from my perspective, we don't have any issues with that or any concerns. As a matter of fact, the facility has been difficult for us to manage. We don't deliver any other services on Belle Island, and it's used minimally. We operate it the same as any other facility, 16 hours a week. And you can put it in perspective, Jason, the facility in Bay Bulls, sees about 5,000 visitors a year. Our facility in Harvard Grace has over 10,000 visits a year. And the one on Belle Island last year had 273 visits. And it's costing us just as much to operate it for the most part, except for transporting the waste out of there. So the board, we've reviewed it and we didn't have any issues. And the minister asked us to come back with any concerns. And what we would like to go back to the minister with is exactly what's in the brief note. And we support their request if they want to take it on. So I guess that's it in a nutshell.
Yep, the proposal is there from town of Wabana in your brief notes.
It should be, I couldn't find it. It is.
It is, it's
Yeah.
right at the bottom.
That's right at the bottom. Okay.
Yeah, the only concern we had was they had asked us for funding and it was an absolute zero, no way it was happening. So we It's absolutely not gonna get funded by us.
No.
And then they said, okay. So other than that, you know, I don't see any rationale for us to hang on to that site. And if anything, it's kind of, so we can move on. Lynn and I and Christy and Greg have talked about, and Holly, have had some internal conversations, which we'll move over to finance later on, about, it's costing us about $60,000 to $80,000 a year. Depending on how much damage gets done over to operate that facility. And we would look to reinvest that money back into some of the other facilities that are busier and need a little bit of work on. We've done Fox Harbor Bay Bulls, Harbor Base
And Whitburn.
and Whitburn sites right now. Some of the other ones are gonna need some attention over the next year. So we would look to reinvest that money in there and not, you know, squirrel it away. So, yeah, any questions?
Peter Dillon.
There we go.
Yeah, it's a 1-year pilot. That was.
We'll see how that goes. So the motion is,
Just want to make comments,
Yeah.
we were chatting back and forth. Just so we're on record is that, you know, we're not the ones sanctioning this transfer. It's the provincial government who actually sanctions the transfer, right?
yes,
We're just saying we have no issue with it. It's the minister who makes the decision to transfer it over.
Yeah.
Just so,
we will not be renewing our certificate of operations.
right, we're done.
Over there,
Yeah.
we're moving on. Be it resolved that the board acknowledges receipt of the bond project proposals as submitted by the town of Urbana to assume full responsibility for the operation of the Bell Island Waste Facility from April 1st, 2026 to March 31st, 2027, as no concern subject to the conditions table and pending ministerial approval. So moved. Second by Sandy. All those in favor?
Hi.
Contrary, vote twice. Carried. I want to acknowledge the fact that you. Second part of that motion is be it resolved that the board excludes the Bell Island Waste Recovery Facility in its request to renew certificate of approval, to operate the waste recovery facilities effective April 1st, 2026. So moved. Second by Greg. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. We will send that letter first thing in the morning. Then
We promised the minister we would notify him on the 20th.
might text him tonight. So the next one is a motion from the town of Placentia to assume their fire and emergency services contract for their neighbors. I am actually going to ask that to be sent back to committee because there needs to be some discussion. Ron, you and I had a quick conversation on it. I think I'm going to say yesterday, day for yesterday. There's some, I think, tweaking of how the response is written. That needs to be looked at, so we'll send it back to the appropriate committee. I'm gonna say, right, finance, is that right?
I think finance, I put finance and strategy and policy there, because there's,
It's a conversation that needs to be had.
I think we need to go finance first.
Yeah.
And then this reading it, then it goes to policy, if any changes.
Yeah.
are needed.
Yeah, so I guess Lynn will figure out where
Yeah.
the place to roll it, and then,
Yeah,
like I
I agree.
said, so a couple of tweaks that we made on the
Councillor,
way we handle that business. And, Ron mentioned it, and I'll give him full marks for that one. Good job, Ron, thank you. So, if everybody's okay, deferring, back, okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair, explain to me again what you're looking for and why. I'm just,
So, part of our operations, part of our mandate from the province is, fire and emergency services. So, the town of Placentia provides fire and emergency services to their neighbors. So I'm thinking, I can't remember the name of the communities.
Elmerville, Placentia, Stoughton, Dunville, Jersey Side, Freshwater.
no,
Just Placentia?
Yeah, so Gooseberry Go, Great Parish Way, Little Parish Way, Pointford,
Yeah.
Sheffield.
Yeah, Cape Shore.
Yeah, so in case like that, those unincorporated areas or LSDs would pay a fee to the town of Placentia
Yeah,
to help them operate the fire department.
right.
We, as a regional service board, as part of our mandate, facilitate that. So what we would do is we would collect the money from the individuals
Okay.
and remit it back to the town.
Down in Placentia?
Yeah, so if the town of Placentia wants, for easy math, $100 a head for
Right.
each house, we would collect $107.
$107.50.
$107.50 and remit the hundred to the Placentia. And then we keep the $750
I was
as
just
an
gonna say-
admin fee, basically covers our
Okay.
times for staff. And so
Yeah.
that's.
Okay, I just like to thought because I'm all new, so I just.
I appreciate the questions. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes I talk fast and I.
No, not talking fast, it's just,
So, Yeah, so that's what that is.
Okay.
And we do that with a bunch of different municipalities right now. Christie, I don't know if you,
Everybody's, I believe, 9 current.
9 current contracts.
Okay, thank you.
Including the latest, which would have been Harbour Grace and
Colonnade.
and the short, the
A small.
small point ends, so that area that we're.
It's a very long name. Yeah.
We actually have agreements with them now to look after them, so I'm sure they're quite happy with that. So that's what that's for, yeah. Next up, we have just some software updates. So the onboard meeting, which is the one you're using right now, there's an annual renewal for that one. Be it resolved that the board accept the renewal of onboard for February 2026 to February 2027 in the amount of $15,746.50. Any questions on that? So moved, second by Jason. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Standing committee membership.
So you've done them,
Standing committees I did earlier. So again, Holly will reach out to you next week when she gets back and send you the agendas and send you the times. And I asked the chairs again, pick a time that's convenient for everybody on the committee. So it works. Everybody's got a different life going on. So some of us are busy, some of us are retired, some of us are holding down 3 jobs. So some of us do nothing. And I'm not looking at
I'm gonna say it very.
So, yeah, the committees are done. Motions to be ratified, so our Clarendon transfer station, which hopefully later on in the summer when it warms up and things are better. If anybody wants a tour of that, we'll arrange that. That's probably one of our most mechanical sites because we accept waste and bulk items from around the communities out that one. So we take all the waste from the Clarendon area and put it in there and then truck it into the Bay. So it's like, if you haven't had a chance to get out and see it, it's actually a pretty interesting operation.
It's a state-of-the-art facility when it was built, and it actually won an award from the Solid Waste Association of North America because it's not yes, for the innovation, because it's not a typical transfer station where you dump garbage on the floor. It's actually put right on conveyors and put into the vehicles, so it's a very clean transfer station.
So it'll be an interesting field trip.
Yeah.
What we'll probably do is have a schedule a board meeting out that way somewhere, and maybe we can work it into that, so it's. Fire emergency services agreement for the town of Harbour Grace. Again, this one is no, it's in there.
Oh, no, this
Oh, sorry. I gotta do the transfer station conveyor belt. So once you see the system, you'll know what we're talking about. Here's a big giant conveyor belt up that moves the waste from the floor up into the back of a hopper, which brings it into the back of a big tractor trailer thing, a bit of moving equipment. Anyway, the roller chain broke on it, so be it so resolved that the board purchased a roller chain in the amount of $68,331 plus delivery and HST from Zenro. So moved. Second by Ron. All those in favor? That's carried. That's that one there. We'll talk about that in committee, but there's only one supplier for that right now, unfortunately. So we'll kind of forced to buy from them. I think, right? Chris, you know, it's in
That's true. Unfortunately, the shipping came in cheaper.
yeah. It's from Vancouver, I think.
Yeah.
Fire and emergency services agreement for the town of Harbour Grace. Be it resolved that the board enter into a service agreement to collect fees for the town of Harbour Grace for the provision of fire and emergency services for the communities of Bristol Hope for the period of January 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2029, with 3 possible 1-year extensions. So moved. Second by Gerard. All those in favor? That's carried. There weren't any questions on that one.
We're ratifying, so it's not like we can debate.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's more for information than
I like to be able to debate it, but I can't, so.
Yeah.
we will debate that in committee.
Yes.
Point alert, which some of you communities are using point alert. I think right now, please get information out, we too use it. Be it resolved that the board accept the quote from point alert annual subscription from Ice Soft Technologies, Canada Corporation, in the amount of $11,400 plus HST, so moved, second by Kate, all those in favor? Contrary, carried, thank you. Request for proposals for snow clearing and ice control at the waste recovery facilities. Be it resolved that the board issues contract following waste recovery facilities for snow clearing and ice control services for Bay Bulls, Renews, Kappa Hayden, St. Joseph's, Placentia, Harbour Grace, and as well Clarendon Transfer Station for the winter of 2025. So moved, second by Bill, all those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary carried. Keep the roads open. Next up is the correspondence, and just so you all know, I don't usually do this much talking, it's just that there's no chairs from the committee, so next time around, you'll all be doing the talking, and I'll be sitting here. Correspondence, there's a letter of congratulations on file from the Minister Tibbs, from the Minister of Municipal and Community Affairs and Environment.
Yes, it is.
To all the new board members, congratulating you on your election and to your election to the board and your appointment on behalf of the towns and cities that appoint. So that's there for your reading pleasure. There's a letter here from the town of Bay Roberts requesting that oversized items collections occur in spring of 2026. And the board's response is provided in the members' information. I don't know if you get any questions on that one. Who's that? Sam, is it? Sam or Rod? Rod, you?
Bay Roberts.
So just to let you be aware that that's there. I'm sure you already read it.
I was talking to Jeff recently, never came up.
With the, as Krista just said, the RFP was let today, and our intention is to ensure that they have their vote in May this year. Yeah, May, June.
Yeah. And there was a letter from the town of Long Harbor, Mount Arlington Heights regarding waste collection complaints. The mayor's here tonight. So we get your letter. I think I did send it back response.
Okay, yeah.
So it'll either be in your mail or soon be in your mail.
Well, like I said, if I may comment on that, like, I don't know, because I became the mayor and there's street houses on my street. I phoned 6 times that they never took my garbage.
Okay, so for the benefit of all the new and some of the older members, all calls coming into the Regional Service Board are recorded. They're logged. We know exactly who called and when. We know what the complaint was, and 99.99% of the times it's dealt with by staff at some level.
Yeah.
So if we are receiving calls in a specific area of a specific street in a specific town,
Well,
I won't say yours.
excuse me, Chair, but I had sent in the streets. I had to go and take the garbage out that was there for 3 weeks. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
Bring it down. This is to the truck. Look at what I'm handling.
Yeah.
And this happened and I phoned them and then that was it. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
So we'll monitor that. We also, in all of the contractors' vehicles, they all have AVLs. So we can tell if a waste truck goes down a certain street, down the street,
okay.
where it stopped, where it didn't stop. So we, and I say we,
Yeah.
Christie usually usually follows up, normally follows up, will follow up.
Oh, my God.
Always follows up, with the contractors, and we'll look at that and say, whatever the date was, you were supposed to have gone down the street and you didn't stop at those 3 houses. And there's a process that we use going forward for, there's a warning. First there's a mention, I would think, then there's a warning, and then we have the ability to fine as well. And some of the contractors, I'm after signing, and Lynn's after signing several notes to contractors with fines attached to them, normally in the range of $500 to $1,000.
I think the highest was 2,500.
2,500, so.
So there's fairly significant.
And there's an escalation in there as well, so we'll start out with like I said, with a phone call, a warning, 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, and if it keeps up, it gets worse and worse, and usually they'll comply at some point in time,
But they don't like phones.
they'll like fines. No.
Well, like I said,
Yeah.
the past results have been good, but it's nice to know what you're saying tonight, because when I talk to the drivers or whoever's picking up, I'm getting face to face, so.
Yeah.
Now I've talked to the board, I know what your fines are, I said, okay, guys, this is where we're at.
Yeah.
drivers wouldn't
Come
know
together.
anything about that because
And
they're just waste collectors.
Yeah,
that-
That's all, I mean, they're doing their job.
they're doing their job,
Yeah.
they're not gonna make comment on behalf of their.
No, but they're doing their job when they talk to so-and-so, I'll go and talk to so.
But, yeah, and the other side of that, Mayor, if I don't mind too much, like, the new reps on the board, with the exception of the, cities and towns, so I'll use Jason. I mean, Jason represents from Bay Bulls right on up to
St. John.
St. John's, so he represents a multitude of smaller municipalities right up the southern shore. You have a range, so.
Yeah.
At the board level here, you're not just representing your own town with Bay Bulls,
No.
you represent the region as well, so. If there's issues with the collectors in the region, we would like to hear that too, so it's
Oh, it's just, excuse me, Mr. Chair, but I just want to ask that question because we're on new, okay, so if we're selected to do this big area. So what happens when you got a complaint up in Vicentia, Southeast, Branch and all that, so do I get involved in that or is it, how does it work?
Only if we end up going, when we do meetings, because you and I have often set up meetings in communities if they have ongoing issues.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the rep for the area is invited to attend.
Okay, so then I would,
Yes.
okay, thank you.
you would be invited as the rep for the region.
Okay.
Like Jason and I, we're up in Renews, got to Haven, a couple times last year, Jason will get the invitation out to go representing the board as well, right? So
Thank you for that.
We'll notify you when those things are happening or in your area, Beach Harbor.
But Mr. Mayor, I would like to add that if you are aware of issues in the area, let us know. Don't assume that we know, because lots of times people will complain and not bring it forward to us.
Yeah.
And it's hard for us to address what
What you don't know about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Christie, works very closely with contractors on a
Mhm.
day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
And if we know about it, we can get it addressed immediately.
Okay,
So if you do it, please feel free to contact us.
thank you for that information. Like I said, I'm new on the board, so.
And that's for everybody.
That's fair, that's
Yeah,
for everybody.
please.
And again, remember that we represent about 28,000 households from
Yeah.
Ironville East.
Yeah.
We represent well over half the population of the province. So it's a pretty big jurisdiction, pretty big board.
Yeah.
And again, for us to know, I get calls all the time, from different LSD chairs or, unincorporated areas, we'll get calls all the time. Ministers will call me, MHAs will call me. We have, I don't know, how many MHAs or ministers we have in our portfolio. But I'll get calls all the time. I usually, pass them on to Christie or Lynn and usually they're dealt with in a fairly efficient manner. So again, we can't fix, we can't deal with what we don't know. And a lot of times, I'll get a call from an area and they'll say, on Facebook last night, they were talking about my garbage wasn't picked up. And, the first thing I'll always say is, well, did they call? And they'll say, oh yeah, they called. We'll check the call log and nobody called. So people like to get on Facebook and everything. So again, we.
Call us
like
first and then go on
Yeah,
Facebook.
call us first and then-
Again, like I said, I said, he said, I got no time for it.
No, that's right.
If not, if I can't prove it in paper, don't talk to me. Don't waste my time, I won't waste yours.
Yeah.
Right?
Certainly appreciate that. So, yeah, once you get into committees, you'll start to do some of this stuff. So where was I? So,
Next meeting.
yeah, round table. So, at the end of every meeting, we give everybody an opportunity to say a couple of words about whatever they want to talk about. As long as it's related to something in their municipality or in their duties as a regional service board. We also will have invited guests coming in over the next, I think we got one holiday in February. You can hear me?
We do have one February and another one in March.
Yeah, so we've got a couple people lined up, mostly to deal with things that are going on inside of regional service boards or would apply to. Who's coming in February, Mark? In February, Holly? Is that Michelle?
I can't remember the exact schedule right now, but we do have EPRA coming in as well as EcoNext and the MMSB. I believe EcoNext is in February and then EPRA and MMSB is in March, I do believe.
Yeah, I think you're right. So Charles Bowen, who's the CAO from the MMSB, will normally attend a lot of our meetings. He usually brings in some pearls of wisdom from the MMSB's thing. So it gives you a chance to sort of hear and see what they're doing as well. So it's good information. Anyway, back to the roundtable. So at the end of every meeting, I'll give everybody a chance. If you got something to say, say it. If you don't, just pass it on to the next person. So I'm gonna start with Lynn.
No, I'll have to see.
Okay, okay, no worries. Rod,
Moving on.
Jason?
No, things are all good on the southern shore, again, I haven't heard. I'm not gonna say.
Heard. Good.
No issues on the southern shore region, what we're doing.
Thank you. Jill, you got anything for your jewelry?
Wow.
You have anything for your jewelry?
Oh, wait.
I know he's making all
Oh
those.
my God,
impact.
I know.
Facebook. Talk about Facebook. No, just welcome to new members and looking forward to putting faces with the names, which is great.
Very.
No.
Good, everybody.
All kind to Jason's. Their collection day is tomorrow, and due to weather conditions, there may be service delays. Please check our website or sign up for Voyant.
It's commercial.
I know. Sorry.
Well, we had a rough Christmas, but we're getting better last week.
No, I know.
We
Listen,
have had some delays this week and, yeah.
it's been horrible since Christmas, between the holidays and the weather and mechanical breakdowns and staffing issues. The contractors have been just on red line for the whole month, and we've had some collection issues. Staff have been awesome to deal with, trying to get them dealt with. Contractors are working hard trying to stay ahead of it, but sometimes things slip.
They had staff work Saturdays over the holidays and so they did do their best to stay on top of it, but of course, over Christmas, there's excessive garbage or extra garbage. And we all do, because of it's the holiday season, we've all have extra garbage to put out, and that compounds the issues that we see at Christmas time as well.
I'm trying to tell others, it's like a perfect storm we had over the Christmas.
Yeah, it was,
Stevie was.
it was,
Everything just went down, and
yeah.
a lot
We
of
had-
people, after a couple of weeks, they get irritated of not picking up their garbage.
We had 3 holidays plus 3 weather events in 2 weeks.
I'll have to try to count a few now.
And again, for the information of the newer board members, some of our contract areas are big, so they might be from St. Shots to Bay Bulls, so I mean, that's a long drive. Picking up garbage, so it's I don't feel bad. I think one of our contractors had one of their machines go off the road.
Yeah, they actually had a machine written off, they had an accident over the holidays and the machine got written off.
Whether
That impacted collections as well.
Unfortunately, no injuries.
No injuries, yeah.
is that your piece, or do you want me to come back to?
No, I'm going to actually say pass this evening. I usually have something to say, but I'll be nice this evening sometimes.
Make it a
I usually give you something or
Something, yeah.
or-
Usually something. Donnie? No? Jennifer?
I'm good, thank you.
No, welcome again. Andy, good.
Welcome, new one. Well, new people and pass otherwise.
I'm a new person. Thank you. Well, I'm happy to be here, looking forward to digging in and getting to work.
Sounds great.
Great attitude, one.
No, your worship? No, okay,
I'm good.
cool, okay. No, I just welcome, this is, look, guys, this is I know it's a garbage business, but we do a lot of other stuff as well. Pardon the pun. But it is an interesting board. We do get to go around the region a fair bit, so those of you who are not from Northeast Avalon, we will travel to different ridings and different parts of the board, have our meetings,
Oh, Pearl.
That's a big part.
Isn't that?
Is there a hotel stay? No.
Paradise.
Oh, in Paris. So we will try to get around the region, at least, especially during summer months when we usually get around. We'll get up to Granville and we'll go to Long Harbour, we'll get down to up to Bay Bulls again, up to Southern Shore somewhere, and you can find somewhere for us to go. I think we will get around a bit, and I think most of the board members enjoy that. Sandy does for sure.
Yeah.
And
Again, I wasn't listening to you.
I know you were.
There's talking about moving meetings around and they are always interesting. You get the mayors and community people showing up as well to the meeting, so it's interesting.
Yeah, it's made to see you started that to roll over, it's a great step forward.
Yeah.
We didn't do that before.
Actually, we did it way back when Shanny was on the board initially, and that's how, but it was a long time ago. And I think we lasted for 2 meetings and that was the end of it.
Yeah, I like getting that around the region, because it gives me a chance to see what everybody's talking about, and what the, issues are, and Kate is chair of that committee, that will probably be following a lot of that under your wheelhouse, so. But again, it gives us a chance to go out, and we usually go out and we'll invite the mayor of either side of the communities, wherever we are, to come in, or the chairs or the LSDs to come into the meeting and, have supper and chat about what's going on, and brings up to speed.
It helps.
It helps.
Goodwill as
It helps
well.
with goodwill, that's right.
It's a great one too.
Yeah, it was.
One more memorable.
Any more about that? Oh, sorry, I forgot the people on the screen. Nancy, do you guys, or Gerard inside? No, I can see you there, Gerard. Be up at the cabin.
No, I'm in my basement office.
Please.
That's good. Everything, you wanna chat about, Gerard?
No, I just want to take the opportunity to welcome all the new council members to the board and look forward to meeting you guys and working with you guys over the next 4 years.
Perfect, here. Nancy?
I'm all
Laura?
good here.
All good. Holly?
Yeah, I just wanted to apologize for not being at tonight's meeting, the first official board meeting. But thank you very much to Lynn for providing me the opportunity to attend the CAMA Executive Leadership Training conference, which I am headed to, and I should be arriving in about 30 seconds. So I will give you an update on that when I get back. But again, looking forward to the next 4 years with the new board. And it looks like Craig did a really good job in filling in for me. So again, I don't know what's up with the tie, but he's doing okay.
If they are green, I can show them how to use all the equipment.
That's what it was.
That's a nice blue tie you got on there.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
See you, Holly. So as the new board members, if you require anything or need anything, Holly is probably one of the better ways to go through to get stuff.
That's for sure.
I'm always around, but if you don't have my cell phone number, I'll give it to you after. You can feel free to call me. I'm usually on the go at least 15-20 hours a day. And prior to that, me or Christy or Greg are around as well, so if you can't get anybody, and feel free to call and ask questions. I mean, that's what we're here for. That's what our role is, to help you guys manage what you do and look after your municipalities and your areas. So don't feel like you're asking a question that's out of line. You have a right to know. This is a very open and transparent board. Everything we do is on our website. There's no, unless it's a human resources issue.
Yeah.
Everything else is basically there for the asking. So, so with that, upcoming meetings are all there. So board of directors are Wednesday, 25th of February. Finance and strategy and governance and CCR, you'll have to figure out time for that one. It's tentative. You can work with Lynn on that one, or we're going to be running that one. Figure out your times. Work on a schedule, let Lynn know.
Yeah.
And that is the end of the meeting, so I will ask for adjournment. Vote so moved, second by Greg, all those in favor?
Aye.
Country, carried.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
You went back a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, back to London.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Greg.
Good evening, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Thanks.
Hey, my brother.
Bye, Holly.
No, the road won't get or something.
Yeah.
Something.
And look for.
Yeah.